I give you the floor, Joel. You have it. Set it up. Do what you will. But my gosh, this is amazing. Go for it, please.
Okay, so I was fortunate enough to play minor league baseball. All right, and I was just a young, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed guy that didn't know much because I played high school baseball in the state of Colorado. I was drafted and then went right into minor league baseball right out of high school. And so my second spring training, I was playing third base, and the Padres had a third baseman in the organization on the AAA squad named Sean Burroughs. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know if anyone remembers Sean Burroughs. Well, yeah. So this is way back. This is prior to 9/11. This is prior to security and social media. So like spring training was a free for all in the minor leagues. You could walk wherever you wanted. You could even go and like just watch big league, batting practice, so on and so forth. And so it wasn't uncommon for a guy at a position to be like, hey, I'm sore today or I need a couple days off. And they would just be like, hey, go take his spot on this team or that team. So Burroughs gets a sore arm and they're like, hey, we want to shut him down for 3 days or so. So, hey, Klatt, just go hit in Burroughs' spot and play third base for the AAA squad during this week for spring training. And I'm like, great. Okay. So I just start going with them. And literally the next day, and Burroughs hit second, back control guy, even though he's a third baseman, wasn't powerful, so he hit in the second spot. The next day, the Padres ink a minor league deal with Rickey Henderson. And I'm like, well, this is interesting. So where does Rickey go? He goes to the AAA squad. Where does Rickey hit? Leadoff. So there I am, second behind Rickey Henderson. And I'm in awe, right? I mean, like, you got to understand, I'm a kid watching those A's teams. I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, is this real? Like, somebody pinch me. And then everything that everyone's ever said about Rickey starts coming true right before my eyes. He's referring to himself in the third person right to my face, like looking at me and being like, Rickey gets on. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, this is incredible, So we would be in, getting ready for our at-bat, and he would always, he would hit the donut off of his bat, just like you've seen. And then he would start tapping his toes and, like, doing that almost like the little shuffle towards the plate. And then he would turn to me, and he would look me in the eyes. And here I am, this young guy, and he would just be like, 2 or 3, and then keep walking. And I was like, what in the what is he talking about? I have no idea. And I was just like, well, I just want to impress him. So I'm like, man, I'm a power hitter. I just want to hit jacks. Like, just swing as hard as you can, Joel. Like, hit a home run. So he's got to wait for you at home plate so I can give him a bash brother. Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, oh, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to bash brother with Rickey Henderson at home plate. So I'm going up there, and I am swinging out of my shoes on every pitch. And he keeps telling me this number before every at-bat. So finally, I go up to the skipper, Jeff Gardner, and I'm like, Skip, why in the world does Rickey keep telling me a number? And he looks at me, and he puts his arm around me, and I'm 3 days into this, guys. I've taken now, 20 at-bats behind Rickey. And he's like, Rook, that's how many pitches he expects you to take so he can steal second. I had been swinging from the heels on every pitch, and I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. Whoa.
That is just the greatest.
Unreal.
And he never said anything to you like, hey, I give you the number, and now you're just hacking for the fences. Oh, my God. Never.
And he never, and he would do it with the same tone, not like, hey, this time, give me 2. He just kept turning and telling me a number, like the same raspy voice, the same, just 3. And then he would walk. 1.
Did you ever
walk up?
Did you ever hit one out?
No, never. Not only did I embarrass myself thoroughly, but I never even hit one out. Ugh.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.